The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Duke's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. The aerial assault continues. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On second down, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arkansas State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Jonesboro. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he did everything right except hold on to the football. That was incredible running, making people miss. It looked like it was going to be a nice play, but he coughed it up, and the defense jumps on it. That is so dejecting for that running back.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21 after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. Kept it, and he's past the marker. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Leach. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And the Blue Devils are threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. On first down from the 13-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Takes it from the gun on third down.
He caught it.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Second down coming up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, nothing the DB could do on that. That was actually great coverage defensively, but that's just a better play by the receiver diving and making that catch.
The Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice job there by the QB on the start because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and he right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Pressure coming. Pocket starts to collapse.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play of this drive comes from the 27. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you...
Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. First down for this offense. Finds his tight end. Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The lone back's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Trying play action. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They'll try to run for it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't...
Looking to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Might as well stick with him. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the grab close to the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cade! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. 35-6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens.
And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He fires one deep over the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Hey, listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL.
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run the option. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. The handoff to Johnson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Canes want to move quickly. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Getting some heat. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The play-action fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. That can be really demoralizing, guys. There's something about getting the deficit under 20. They couldn't. It's still at 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll give it to Johnson. Oh, better look out. Bulldozes his way through. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42-13.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll test the right side. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They're working that left side. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Avoids pressure. They're bringing heat. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Day. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
To the air on first down. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten in.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Touchdown, Cade! And the punishment has been extended. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Minnesota delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again, like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning the...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Working the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
He's looking to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across it.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They are easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse. He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback checking the play. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on second down for this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after it. They cough it up near their own goal line. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
The snap sets up the throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. The 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick the field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Day. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and little rub their nose in it.
Now facing a third and long. The handoff to Johnson. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
When you hit this point in the season,